91.
This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
And welcome back to Cadillac High School. Jay Simon alongside Kevin Gregory. Boys non-conference basketball action here on My News 26 and CCTV. And it's the Essexville Garber Dukes who have come into Cadillac and taken a 30-19 lead after one half of play here in Cadillac. And we talked in the pregame, Kevin, that we wondered if the Dukes could deal with the defensive pressure that the Vikings like to put on opponents. They like to run, push the ball up the floor. They like to shoot a lot of threes. And really, it's been the Dukes who have been applying the pressure, causing the turnovers, getting out and running. And they've looked awfully good in this first half.
Well, I'll say it until they take a mic away from me, that I consider every basketball team rises and falls with the guard play. And right now, Mahar has proven to be the best guard on the floor for either team. He runs the show well. I haven't seen him turn the ball over yet. He's got 2 or 3 three-pointers, a couple of Euro steps, a few shake and bakes. I mean, he's doing work tonight, and I'm impressed. So you got a hats off to him.
He's got 12 to lead all scorers in the first half as Garber took a 16-6 lead. After the first quarter, they led by 20-6 at one point, 14-point lead, and they have an 11-point lead now after the first half of play. Jaden Scherzer, the 6'8 senior who wasn't starting back in December, you and I found I think it's a Bay City TV, Bay County TV, I think it is down there in that area where they're from, and watched a little of that game. And Scherzer did not start in that game, came off the bench, but he has started tonight. He's got one official block to the best of my knowledge. That was down at his waist on a Jacob Kahani layup attempt. But he's got at least, I mean, in all seriousness, 8 to 10 shot alterations that have just forced bad shots or tough shots by the Vikings. His presence down low has been key because, let's face it, the Cadillac Vikings are the Houston Rockets of the Big North. They want to shoot threes or layups.
There you go. I mean, and that's what they're doing is Cadillac's, when they don't turn the ball over, reference that, when they don't turn the ball over and they get into the lane, into the meat of that defense, Scherzer's just standing his ground. He's not leaving his feet. He's standing straight up, and he's changing the trajectory of these shots, and it's definitely bothering Cadillac because I know I can remember 6 offhand layups 2-3 feet away that he's changed their shot. And so when you combine, Tip Baker being out, your point guard being out, and still trying to adjust to that, so 8-10 turnovers in a half, 6-7 missed layups in a half, cut either one of those or both of them in half, and that equates to 8, 10, 12 more points, and Cadillac be right there.
Scherzer has 7 points in the game and unofficially 67 rebounds.
It was 83 at one point, so they took a few away. The official count, they took a few away.
Jacob Denham, the standout junior who led the team in scoring last year at almost 18 points a game, has 6 in the first half. Parker Yachik has a triple. He's got 3. And then Manny Jopic with a bucket to round out the scoring for the Dukes, who are 3 for 3 from the free throw line and have knocked down 3 triples. Meanwhile, the Vikings have just 1 from distance. That was Keegan Brooks. He's got a team-high 5. Noah Bartlett came off the bench with a couple of buckets. He's got 4, as does Cooper Benson. And then a bucket apiece, Vinny Genema, Charlie Rundstrom, and Aiden Raphael to round out the scoring for the Vikings, who have yet to go to the free throw line in this game.
Yep, so if I'm Cadillac coming out of half here, there's a couple of things I want to identify. First thing I want to do is when I get into the meat of that defense, maybe I want to slow down just one step, give a little pump fake, see what Scherzer does off of it. They did that one time and they had success with it. The second thing is you don't want to completely break away from doing what you do. So you want to get out in transition, you want to push the ball a little bit, but it's called under control transition. If it's there, go. If it's not, there's no need to get nervous and throw a cross-court pass where, Mahar's sitting there waiting free safety style to pick it off and go the other way.
30-19 is our halftime score here at Cadillac. Third quarter will be coming up. Want to thank Pizza Plus, Cadillac Tire, and Napa Auto Parts with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids for their support of tonight's broadcast, as well as Cadillac Casting Incorporated, our presenting sponsor here on My News 26 and CCTV. Of course, the hardest working crew in television. Bailey Hoover, Gabrielle Long, and Wyatt Van Dynen pulling camera work tonight. Wyatt is a veteran of My News 26, usually the director in these, having to pull camera duty tonight, giving you those floor-level shots. Heather Stilson, I mentioned it earlier, running the whole show in the truck, trying to do graphics and keep the score updated, as well as directing from the camera shots there in the truck. So doing a great job of both those things. Just best crew you'll find in television here on My News 26. Our thanks to them for making us look good as we broadcast this for you. Third quarter will be coming up from Cadillac High School, 30-19 here at the half. We'll be back third quarter in just a moment.